So yeah, you and Tyler both got it right. They get the win in overtime on Tuesday against Washington in Washington. William Eklund had that OT winner. He rips home a one-timer from the left dot, and then Granlund and Celebrini had the assists on it. Toffoli scored in the game as well. And then, wouldn't you know it, I can't pick a winner to save my life for win of the week this year, man. Not only did they lose against Tampa, which was my pick, they lost 8-1, and it wasn't as close as that game would indicate. It was bad. It was 5-0 after the first period. It was like I was like, well, I think I got that one wrong. And then they followed up with a loss to the defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers on Saturday, 3-1. So a little bit more of an impressive showing there. The standings are they're 10 wins, 15 losses, and 15 overtime losses, which is good enough for seventh in the Pacific and all alone in 13th in the West. So they've got some teams behind them. They're overall they're playing a little bit better than I think most people expected. They're still not that good. Like let's just be absolutely clear about that. There's still a lot of losses to come, but I think they're uh they're just it's
They're
they're
young.
competitive. They're young.
They're
They're
young.
competitive. Um, Upcoming schedule: they're at Carolina on Tuesday. They're at St. Louis on Thursday. They're home hosting Utah on Saturday. That's my pick. I'm gonna pick Utah. I'm gonna pick the home game. What about you?
I was actually going to go with Utah as well, Vince.
Perfect. All right. Maybe I'll actually win one of these.
Yeah, I was going with Utah. They're not blowing anybody off the ice. They're kind of in this weird startup in Utah, so I think the Sharks got a shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Earlier today, the Sharks traded Mackenzie Blackwood, the goalie, forward Giovanni Smith, and 2027 fifth round pick to Colorado for the goalie Georgiev, uh, a forward Kovalenko, and then a 2026 second round pick and a conditional 2025 fifth round pick. It can be a fourth if Mackenzie Blackwood uh if Colorado advances to the third round or Blackwood wins 25 regular season games from the trade going forward, or if Blackwood starts 30 games from this trade forward. So if Colorado makes it to the third round and Blackwood is effective in net for Colorado, that fifth becomes a fourth, basically, is what you need to know. I think this is a pretty good trade for both franchises. Colorado's goaltending, they needed upgrades big time. This guy that we're getting back is he's not as good as Askarov, I think. So Askarov is probably going to be getting permanent work at the NHL level soon. I think. We were waiting for a trade like this to happen, and here it is. It's happened. So we'll see. And the Sharks actually put Giovanni Smith on waivers on Sunday, and that was in preparation apparently for this trade to clear some room. But that this is the opportunity for Askarov. This is the opportunity for somebody like Kovalenko to get a fresh start. He was starting to lose some minutes, and he gets to do it at a team doesn't have a lot of high pressure on them right now to win. Now, Colorado,
Yeah,
they're trying to win a cup. That's why they needed to improve their goaltending. So this is a chance, and I mean Liljegren has played a lot better than I've maybe ever seen him play
yeah,
in Toronto. So he's come over here. He's been pretty good for the most part. So sometimes you just need a fresh start in a place with a little bit less pressure right now. Build the confidence, build your skill up, and then when it's time to win, when the pressure does come, you're a little bit more ready for it. So maybe that's just kind of what's happening there. Maybe that'll be what happens for Kovalenko as well. So
I
I'm
agree,
looking
man.
forward to
When
seeing
they
how
when
that
they
goes.
when they opened the year, what 0 for 9, 0 for
Oh and
10,
9. Oh, well, it was 7-2. It was 9 straight losses. This is the important part.
right? I thought the record would be a lot worse at 10, 15, and 5.
Mhm.
That doesn't
So
look
yeah,
that bad to me.
so yeah,
For me,
let's look at it this way. They're 10 let's see. So 15 minus 7 is 8. So they're 10, 8 and 3, you
since
know.
then,
So
since
yeah,
then,
if you take out those first 9 losses, they're 10 wins, 8 losses and 3 overtime losses. That's
right,
basically 500, you know.
right. So I think,
Oh no, it's better than 500. Yeah, I
you're
take that
better
back.
than
Yeah,
500.
they're yeah.
To me, I'm like that. I look at the record. I'm like, man, I thought that was going to be a lot worse,
Yeah.
because they're so young. I knew
Mhm.
mistakes and things were going to unfortunately go the other team's way. I think a lot of the young players look better than I expected. I think Celebrini looks better than what we all expected. The ability to move without the puck, right? It's like it's literally watching like a little Steph Curry run around on the ice, get open, and just the ability to pass the ball, or pass the puck. I mean,
Yeah.
uh, but
You're
also
still in the
too,
Steph
like,
Curry thing, yeah.
yeah, blurred the lines a little too close there. But also too, defensively, like he's not a big dude, but he hustles. He gets into the lanes. He gets the puck, picked away.
It's the Pavelski
Um,
work ethic.
yeah, he's just constantly at it, constantly at it. And I could see the same thing with guys like Will Smith and the growth in Eklund over the past couple of years. We've been watching him, like, just being able to play with a bunch of other young and hungry guys, talented guys. Like all of these lines, all of these guys are getting better and better, from them. And I think potentially sky's the limit with this franchise. Not this year,
Mhm.
um, but you never know. Year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5,
Yeah. Yeah,
as these guys get better and better. I mean,
I was watching Brody Brazil, and he said that they're, maybe 4 months to 12 months ahead of schedule right now. Um,
I agree.
yeah, I mean, they're definitely 4 months ahead, like, ripping off, wins, basically playing 500 hockey. That's something that I would have expected for next year or maybe the end of this year, not, immediately following starting the season with 9 losses, you know? So they're,
Exactly.
they're if it comes together a little bit faster and they're ready to go next year, like if they're ready to like push for a playoff spot next year, I am not mad at that at all. Like I welcome that.
Absolutely not.
If
I mean, after
they
how
get a
many
little
years?
taste of like next season, if they get a little bit of taste of the playoffs, even if they get swept or something like that, or it's a gentleman's sweep, they lose in 5 to fucking Colorado or somebody, I think that that's a great, sign of how this rebuild is going, we already tore it down. We said before, this is the building it up back part. And I don't know, the foundation looks pretty good. I think they had a good pour of concrete there, man. Like it's looking all
Papa
right
G's
so
going
far.
crazy in the chat. He says hoping for a cup in the next couple of years.
That'd be
I mean, I
lovely.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
I think by
if
2030
four,
you might be celebrating 2 or 3.
yeah, I was about to say if like if in 4 years they've got one and they're like, still and the window is wide open, I would love that. Do you know how like I've been waiting since 1991 to go to a championship parade, in San
Yeah,
Jose for the
yeah.
to see the Stanley Cup in person. So, um, if you tell me in 4 years I got to go to one of those and there's a chance for more, hell yeah, sign me the fuck up. And it looks good so far. Um, don't expect them to keep playing 500 the rest of the way, because there's going to be pains. Because there is a lot of young players, a lot of rookies, and there's going to be a lot of trades too. They just lost Mackenzie Blackwood. He's been playing a lot better than I think any of us gave him credit for. Um,
That's true.
and if as Karov comes in and picks up a lot of that slack, so be it. That's great. But if there's a little bit of growing pains too, like if the defense is not playing well in front of him and a couple of pucks get by, it is what it is. Like so just have fun when it's going good. Take a deep breath when it's not. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Okay.
It's just going to be really important that Askarov gets his minutes and he grows at the NHL level with the rest of his teammates as well. I really like the approach. that the Sharks, Mike Greer, is taking with this young team, letting them gel at the NHL level and learning how to be pros. They're surrounded by uh, good veterans. I love it, man. It's just a really exciting time. How
Yeah.
often are you excited to watch a losing team?
Right?
But it's
You know?
different. It's different when you have the young players that they have. Like you see the future. So
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, super exciting. I can't wait to see more. So